Long ago, in the shadow of the great mountain Karna, a humble tailor named Lena lived with her frail but wise grandmother Mira. Their days were simple. Lena sewed garments for the villagers, and Mira shared stories filled with ancient wisdom. One day, their tranquil life was shattered when the tyrannical ruler, Queen Samara, declared a decree. All the elders, too weak to contribute to the kingdom, must be abandoned at the edge of the silent forest by nightfall. Her fear of aging and weakness led her to believe youth alone could secure her power. Lena was heartbroken, but knew she could not openly defy the queen. As the sun dipped behind the mountain, she prepared to take Mira to the forest. With tears in her eyes, she carried her grandmother on her back, the path to the forest winding and uncertain. To guide her back safely, Mira, ever thoughtful, plucked tiny scraps of thread from her shawl, leaving a trail behind them. Upon reaching the forest, Lena set her down gently, prepared a small bed of leaves, and knelt beside her. "Grandmother, I cannot leave you here," she whispered. "Lena," Mira replied, her voice steady despite her frail frame. "Return. Follow the thread. This is my time." But Lena could not bear to part from her. With renewed resolve, she carried Mira back to their small home and hid her in the cellar beneath her workshop. Days turned to weeks, and Lena thought they might be safe until the queen issued a second decree. The person who can weave an unbreakable cloth from fire shall be rewarded, and all others shall be punished. The villagers were desperate, for no one knew how to fulfill such an impossible task. That night, Lena confided in Mira, who smiled knowingly. "Bring me threads soaked in salt water," she said. "Stretch them taut over your loom and let them dry in the sun until they harden. Then, light a flame beneath them. The salt will preserve the threads as the fire hardens their fibers further. Present the cloth to the queen, and it will not break." Lena did as Mira instructed, and when the cloth was tested, it withstood the queen's fiercest warriors. Astounded, Queen Samara summoned Lena and demanded to know the source of her wisdom. With courage, Lena revealed the truth. "My grandmother, Mira, taught me, wisdom comes not from youth, but from experience." Queen Samara fell silent, the weight of her actions sinking in. "I see now," she said. "A kingdom without its elders is a kingdom without guidance. The decree is no more." From that day forward, the elders were cherished as treasures of the land, their knowledge woven into the lives of every villager. And so the threads of wisdom continued to bind the hearts of the people, stronger than any cloth could ever be.